This is the day that a lot of us have been waiting for. Today, May 3rd, just got a nice drop from the team here in the announcements for Loot Heroes. The beta gameplay is live. So before, if you were watching any of my Twitch or my buddy Laristar, we're a couple of the mods there at Loot Heroes. We were live streaming some of the internal beta builds, but that wasn't live for everyone to play yet. The team just rolled out a fully live beta for everybody. So you can go on the website, lootheroes.io/dungeons, and you can go and test and play for yourself. Now, while you play this build, there might be some bugs or whatnot in there. I mean, it is a beta build after all. They're probably still a couple weeks out from like a full live gameplay. But all of the dungeons are here, and I'll walk you through that. You can play for loot. Now, this loot is not the same as the loot that you're getting for staking your heroes. That's usable loot that you're getting for staking. The loot in this beta build here is just to show you how much you might earn on each of the different dungeon levels. So let's dive in. Let's do a little bit of playing here, but this is open access for everyone. So you don't need a Loot Heroes NFT to actually go ahead and play this version of it. So I'll just refresh my screen here so you can see what this looks like. So first it's asking me for my Phantom wallet. You can see it's made there with Unity. There is a full screen option here too if you wanted to go full screen. I'm not going to do that just for streaming purposes. I think it'll be better for you guys. So this is the backdrop here. And actually let me crop this up a little bit for you. We'll center this up. All right, that should be good. Let me just pull that in. All right. So these are the different dungeons, and normally when the game is live and playable for real loot, you're only going to be able to play one dungeon a day, except for Sunday, where there's actually two dungeons that are live. I don't have the order memorized off the top of my head here, but each of these dungeons is just going to be done in order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's say, right? So let's say it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then Sunday, you'll have the option to play light and dark. So I'll show you what this looks like. Let's go through the Gaia dungeon or the Earth dungeon first. So you can see this is the Earth dungeon here. There's 10 different levels. I actually thought there was only going to be 5 levels at first, but it looks like they've been working hard to build an additional difficulty layers here, which is awesome. And you can see you've got 10 out of 10 energy here. So you got basically 10 tries to get through the dungeon. And each one is going to take one of those pieces of energy. Now, we've talked about maybe 20 energy per day. I'm sure that's something that team's looking to tweak for a couple purposes. Probably, how long a game might take. Not wanting to be where you've got to pour in like 6 hours a day to play the thing. And then also from a difficulty perspective too, I'm sure they're trying to balance that as well, where it's not too easy to get through the dungeons either. So we'll see how they fine tune that as to what that final number looks like when the live game is, how much energy you might have to run through these dungeons. But the way it's set up now, looks like we've got 10 energy and there's 10 level. So I'm going to play through level 1 here. It looks like if we win, we're going to get 2 loot. And then level 2 would be 2 loot. Then we've got 4 loot for level 3 and 4. And so on up until level 10 where we get 14 loot here. So let's play level 1. Let's go ahead and crush that for you. Now I say that, watch them beat me, right? And let's put together our team. And I'll explain a little bit more as I go through as to why I'm selecting these guys, but I'm just trying to get it started for you. Okay. So here we are, and actually let me change my layers a little bit so you guys can see some of the elements in here and this hilarious sticker. So what you're looking at here is the quadra. This is a 4x4 board, kind of like a chessboard. There's always two spaces that are blacked out, or at least so far we've seen there's always two spaces that are blacked out. There may be some special different events or boards that look slightly different from this, but so far this is the view we've gotten. And these two black spaces, they're going to change positions just randomly. And you can see I've got 7 heroes here, and then player 2, or the AI in this case, has 7 heroes that are unrevealed, so we can't see what they've got in their deck. Each of these heroes that has the purple icon at the top right is a magic hero. The ones that have that green bow and arrow are ranged heroes, and the red ones are the melee heroes. Now, if you play a melee hero down here, he's going to attack any adjacent square one space away. So he would hit this square, this square, this square, and this one if I drop him there. And I will do that. So we'll see what the enemy does here. Now, 2-on-2, normally that would be a tie, and the tie goes to the defender. However, the gladiator here has an ability, and it looks like it's a sword and shield. I know they've been playing with the different icon images, and essentially this ability is a tiebreaker against any melee hero. So he does an additional damage to any hero that has, actually it's a physical trait, so that would be melee or ranged. He does an additional damage, and on the flip side with the shield, he gets one additional rank bonus as a defender. So you would really need to have a 4 to overtake him or be attacking him with a magic hero. And then there's the element side in the bottom left-hand corner, which comes into play as well. You can see that elemental wheel on the top left of the stream. And if you can't see, it runs clockwise. So those two heroes on the board here are wind heroes. They're strong against the green element, which is earth, which is the dungeon that we're playing in. And they're weak against ice, which is that light blue element at the top right of the wheel. And that would give anybody either a +1 or a -1, depending on if you're strong against the hero you're attacking or if you're weak. All right, so let's go back here and see if we can't win this dungeon and move on to the next one. So we're going to overtake that gladiator. This is tricky. All right, I think I'm actually going to do that. You can see that shield ability popped up on him. He used magic to take me back, which is kind of expected. I don't really have anything that can take back that wizard. So let's see if I can do... No, I don't have any double effects that I could take here. But I can take back the gladiator, who's a strong hero. Nice, okay, so you see here weak element. The sharpshooter is an ice hero, so his 3 shot across to the gladiator. 3 beats 2. However, the gladiator has that shield, so it actually would be 2-2, and that sharpshooter wouldn't have taken the gladiator over. However, he's a strong element, ice over wind, and he actually ends up winning that battle 3-2. So you can see how the different effects play into each other. Okay, so let's head back here. Let's see if we could double take these two guys here now. Yeah, you know what? I am going to be able to double. And the reason is that when I play this shaman here, and I get to choose with magic. I didn't get into this before. But with a magic hero, you get to choose if you want to shoot ranged, which is 2 spaces away, or melee, which is 1 space away. So I'm going to hit both these guys. And the reason I'm going to take that wizard back is he's a weak element. So lightning is going to be strong against water. Okay, this is perfect here too. So now I can play my monk and I can take both of these guys back. So we got another double flip. And you can see this is just the first level of the dungeon. I'm playing with a basic deck. These aren't my heroes. This is kind of a default deck for the beta gameplay. But so far we're doing pretty good on difficulty 1, let's say. I'm actually going to play her because I want to use my ranged hero before it's too late. Okay. And I thought I might have an opportunity to do that too, which is good. There we go, 2 loot. All right, so now let's go on to the next level and see what level 2 looks like here for the dungeons. All right, so I've got my same deck. You can see the black squares, those voids, have changed position. And they're starting out here with a battle mage, or affectionately as we like to call her in the community, Gwen. One of our beloved mods who I think has a team full of battle mages. Interesting. So I'm just noticing that this battle mage that the computer played here, normally the default element is ice for battle mage. However, I'm noticing that they've got a 4 at the top now. So that means that this computer has essentially burned some gear into that Gwen, or simulated that, right? And she has now a stronger number on the top. It used to be 3 as the default. Now she's got a 4 up there. And she's changed her elemental style from ice to earth, which makes sense because we're in the earth dungeon. And remember, wind is strong against earth, so let's see if we can do something here, like this, and we flip. All right, I'm gonna see if I can't, oh wow, and the monk is also enhanced too, because look at this. Look at our monks side by side. This is a default monk, water. Their monk is earth, also with the 2 on top. So that would mean that their helm and their shoulders are rare. If you were to upgrade your monk in this fashion, you would have to have a rare helm and a rare shoulder of earth element. You would change your monk to an earth element for having that pairing, and you would get +1 to the top spot. All right, so I'm not going to do that. I just want to show you guys the side by side. What I really want to do is see if I can't, well, actually what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take her this way. Okay, and another one, wow. So you can see here, all of their heroes essentially have been upgraded with a helm and a shoulder on the top for Earth. They're all Earth heroes. And his wizard compared to mine has a 4 instead of a 3 on the top. Interesting. Okay, so this is unfortunate. I was gonna take the monk back here, but I'm realizing if you look at the elemental wheel, lightning is gonna be weak against earth, so it kind of shorts it out. So if I attack here, we're gonna tie. It's almost like I've got a 3 at the top now for that weak element against earth. So I'm not gonna be able to take the monk that way. I can take the monk like this though. And his ranger, same thing. Usually a ranger is a 1 on the left, 1 on the top, 2 on the right, 4 on the bottom, and they're a fire hero. So he's also been upgraded. So it looks like on level 2 here, their entire deck so far has been upgraded with a rare helm and a rare pauldron, so head and shoulders, giving you a +1 on the top and changing everyone's element to earth as well. Okay. So this should be a double flip opportunity here. Same thing, samurai. I won't repeat it again. You know it. So, can't double flip. I can do that. However, this might be a better spot to use my monk. Okay. They've got a barbarian. Same deal. He's usually 3/2, 3/3. Also earth. This is cool. All right, we're going to take our warrior back. And nice. Not going to take it, but we've got a victor here, 9-5. That's another 2 loot. Nice job. All right, so that's 2 levels in. We've defeated the first level of the dungeon. We've defeated the second level of the dungeon as well. Let me go back here and check. Hey, I got my buddy Lyra Star on the stream with me. Let me say a quick hello here. Hey, house. Two for 2. You like that, brother? All right, let's get rocking on the 3rd level. So this is definitely going to be more challenging, so I might go a little slower. And now I got pressure because I got my buddy watching me too. I got to make sure I win this one, right? All right, so let's see what we got here. We're going to start out similar way that we did. I want to open him up. And you see that even though he's only 2s all around here, he's a wind element, which is going to be strong against earth. So it's pretty difficult for them to actually take this 2/2/2 warrior. Okay. Now let's think about how we want to take her back. I'm going to throw our samurai friend out here. Because lightning is going to be weak against earth, so it's going to be tougher for me to use that effectively. Yeah, that monk, I don't think I'm going to be able to take him. That's going to be tough. However, oh, whoops. Yeah, water is going to be weak against lightning. It's a little bit of a blunder. All right, let's see here. I could double that one. And now, okay, so I think I'm just going to try and take my monk back here. I like how he's strong on the left side. Oh, of course. They've got a bard. And same thing here, if you guys have been paying attention, everybody's been upgraded with a +1 to the top, and they're all earth element. Okay. So now, I think I'm going to have to do this. There we go. I don't have a real good way of attacking her anymore. No, you know what? I'm going to throw her in defensively. Okay. All right, this one was harder. We're going to have to redo this one here. So we won the first 2, lost the 3rd one. We had 10 energy when we started out. I wonder if I go through 10 games here, will it clip me off? I don't know because we're talking about the beta build, but this is game number 4 and we're on level 3 of the dungeon. All right, let's start it out. Mr. Warrior. Yep, I know, I'm bringing you out. Okay. It's not really a great deck that I've got built here. Should maybe try and change it up if I can't win this time. But we'll see. Because I'm getting stuck a few times with trying to figure out how to retake things. Yeah, see, I need another ranged hero or something that I can take her with because I can't retake. Actually, I'm curious. I forget if her ability is -1 to oncoming damage or -2. And I've got a strong element against her, so I'm going to just find out. No, it is -2. Okay. So that one, I'll at least take one of them. I guess I could take one. Haha! Draw. All right, cool. Even with me messing around, I still ended up on a draw on that one. Not too bad. Okay. Let's try that again. We'll play it a little bit tighter this time and see if I can't win level 3. So you can see how difficult it starts to get. This is only level 3, and it's a little bit more challenging here. You can't just throw them around willy-nilly. Interesting that she would do that. So the AI seemingly a little bit dumb for throwing that 4 on the top. We'll see how that works out. Trying to figure out if I'm being duped into something here. What I actually want to do here is I want to retake this guy. Should be a double flip. There we go. It doesn't matter. Perfect. All right, good. So we beat level 3 there. So now this is the second tier. We just got 4 loot. The first 2 levels were 2. All right, so I think that was our 5th game. All right, let's try out a little something different here. Yeah, shoot. That's going to be hard to retake that monk. Now, if I want to, I got to use this guy to retake here. I don't love that. Bad opening strategy already. Not thrilled with my choice. Yeah, and usually this is a fire hero as well here. Earth. Okay, we got a little something different. We got a Justicar. And you can see he's got the same armor, well, sword and shield. So attack and defend, +1 on both sides as the Gladiator. Gladiator is a 1-star hero. So 4, 5, 8 total points. Justicar is a 2-star hero. So we got 7, 9, 10. But remember, he's got +1 up here, so usually that's a 9. Okay. So I'm actually going to drop you in here. Okay, that's fine. Oh wait, that's actually not what I want to do there. Perfect, okay. So now I can take him back. And almost had a draw. Oh man. All right, I want to see if it kicks me out of where I'm at from a progress perspective if I try and change my deck. Let's see. Okay, so it actually held my progress. So I can do that. All right. Okay, looks like so one little minor bug here. The gladiator has a different emblem when I go to my deck select versus the emblem that he's got in the game, which I think is the correct one, which is that sword and that shield. Okay. So we know that lightning is weak against earth. I'm gonna put another ranged hero in here, and we're gonna put another earth hero in here too. And we're gonna see how that works out. So I've got 2 range, 1 magic. I took out my 2-star shaman. So not using both of my 2-stars here, which might be a little bit different, but we'll see if this works out for me. All right, I kind of want to draw him to this side of the board so I can shoot across. So let's do this. Okay. I can use my wizard to shoot here. All right. The only bad thing is that my ranger can't retake here, but I can take this monk now that I've got some power from the lower part on the range side where I seem to be lacking it before. So let's do that. I know I'm going to open him up to attack on both sides, but at least I'll lock up that monk. And I can retake this monk up here. It's not going to work. That's great. And I'm not going to go here because remember, wind is strong against earth. So I wouldn't win that battle, but I will win against the samurai. And we should be good, barring some crazy comeback. All right, so we defeated the first 4 levels using just our basic deck. And I like how you can back out and it remembers your progress on where you're at. So this is level 5 now. And I've got to be getting close to my 10 attempts. I didn't keep track here. Maybe you guys did. I think I'm on number 7, maybe 8. We'll see. So I'm going to use him early and protect his 1s. I'll retake here. Well, do I want to use that guy that early? Or maybe, even if I open my monk up, you know what? This Justicar, his sword and shield only works against physical damage, so I should be able to take him right here with a 2. And you can see why it's good to have a little bit of a balance between different styles of heroes, so you can overtake certain elemental abilities. Alright, if I want to get that wizard back, I'm gonna have to do it with my pirate, which is probably a good idea because he's got that 3 on top, which is going to be hard to overtake. This should also be a double flip right here. Here we go. All right, I kind of want to get in position to do a couple double flips again. So let's take her back. Nice, that was a good move by them. All right, I thought I'd be able to do it, but I'm not going to. So then I'm gonna take him with the monk. And this one should be victory. Wow, Shaman with the 5 on top. Nice, all right, so that was level 5. And we're doing this with a default deck. Now, this would be the first dungeon of the week if I've got my days of the week correctly. So this presumably is the easiest dungeon that we're going through. So that's 5 levels done, and we have not gotten through our 10 energy yet. All right, just a card to start. Could take my monk back. That'll leave his samurai, where I cannot retake. It's okay. All right. Ooh, nice. Yeah, that shaman's strong. I should have saved something else here. I feel like I could be using more ranged right now. As strange as it usually sounds, the ranged heroes would really come in handy. A little bit limited here with the way I've got my strikers set up. All right. Which one do I want to flip? If I go this way, there's an opportunity to flip them both. I guess I'll flip her, and then I know I've got her locked in. Okay, that works. That bard is going to be really difficult to overtake, so that's probably not a possibility, but we'll play him defensively. Okay. Now I could take that assassin from either side. Let's go like this. Let's at least keep our 2 on top, even though they'll probably flip it back. Yeah. So really not much I could have done there. But that doesn't matter because we won the dungeon. Nice, we're cruising. So let's see if it stops us. I think we're still cooking. Okay. Let's use our, well, let's actually use the pirate. here. Let's take the Justicar back, and now that Shaman's weak, we could take him. Oh, perfect. Watch this. Yeah, okay, you got your Shaman back, no problem. Now, this may not seem like the best use because I'm not double flipping, but at least now I've got myself protected on the right side. And I could take her back. Nice. Victory. 8 loot. All right, we're climbing. See? Okay, there we go. It did cut me off. You don't have enough energy. So I got 8 loot on that try. So where does that put me? Was that level 7 maybe? Yeah, I just finished level 7. So in the 10 battles that I had, 7 victories, 2 draws, and a loss. And you can see that that would have expended all my energy. I would have collected, what's that, 14, 20, 24, 28, 30, 32 loot. And bear in mind that there may be a benefit, and I'm not sure, this is a little speculation on my part, but there may be a chance for a chest drop, right, as you go higher and higher in the dungeon. And this 10th one is supposed to be like a boss battle. So my guess is that if you can make it to level 10, and I'll try this a little bit later, but I got to pick up my kids. If you make it to level 10, I think you're basically guaranteed a chest drop here. Between bronze, silver, or gold, I don't know. But we'll have to speculate on that and find out a little bit more. So that was fun. That was the Earth Dungeon. Let's see what happens if I click into another one. See? Okay. So there goes my 10 energy. I'll have to refresh and do more. But you can see lightning. This should be ice. This one, I think, would be water. Yeah. Then that would make this one... Well, this one's molten, or fire. So what am I forgetting? Wind? Yeah. All right, this is the wind dungeon. Light and dark. And the light and the dark, those are the Sunday dungeons where you have 2 on the same day. So you're going to have 20 energy to make it through there, right? Or maybe you just have to choose which one you want to do. Maybe it's a choice, and you don't have energy for both. I'm not quite sure how that's going to play out. We'll see. Oh, okay, here we've got one of the founders on the Loot Heroes account here in the Twitch stream saying that owning more heroes will actually grant you more energy. So because we've got a default deck, we don't have enough energy to make it through a dungeon. Well, we would if I was perfect and I went 10 for 10. But if you own more heroes, you actually get more energy for the week, which is a cool feature. So that way you can run deeper into dungeons. You can run multiple dungeons potentially, it sounds like. Yeah, let me ask that in chat here. So Mr. H, if I had 20 energy and I completed a dungeon, could I go back and complete that dungeon again? And he's saying that when live gameplay goes on, you're only going to spend energy when you beat a dungeon. So that's pretty cool too. So let's say we've only got 10 energy. You can play as many times as you want if you're drawing and losing, and energy is only expended when you actually defeat it. So that is nice. You can have as many tries as you really want to defeat that dungeon. And you can replay any of the same levels to collect the loot over again. Well, that's fun. All right, so if you know that your deck is, maybe not up to the task of defeating, where am I at here? Level 8, let's say that's too difficult. I can just go back and try level 7 again. I know I've completed it, I'll still get that 8 loot. And what about chest drops. Can you tell us anything about chances for chest drops as you progress up the levels in the dungeon? And let's see, make sure I didn't miss anything here. And your progress through the dungeons will persist across weeks. Oh, cool. So it sounds like throughout the campaign here, if you've unlocked level 7 like I have, the next time the Earth Dungeon opens back up again, you're already going to have level 7 defeated. I can go back in and try to go right to level 8, which is nice because then now I can go and try and just defeat the boss essentially and go run up that way. Chest drops will be during special times, not just any day. Okay, we'll have to find out more about what that means. Chest drops during special times. So it sounds like maybe during special events where there might be, 24 hours of gameplay where there's accelerated chest drops or something of that nature. Okay. Well, cool. For example, this weekend, X% chance of a chest drop. Yeah, exactly, right? So 24, 48 hour period where you've got an increased chance of getting a chest if you're playing the game. All right, this is cool. I would love to stay and chat more with you, my friend, but I've got to go run and pick up my kiddos. That was a fun run through the Earth Dungeon. I think what I'll try and do is maybe run through some of the other ones as well. That'll change up our strategy a good bit, especially as we're trying to put together the deck and try and compete against the different elemental styles. Awesome. Really excited for what's to come here, and this just gives you a little teaser. Oh, and maybe last question for you, H, before I run. The loot that's in here, the 2, 2, 4, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14, is that pretty indicative of the loot that you think we'll be earning by defeating dungeons? And if so, and that goes to show you really how important it is to have heroes and be staking them, because you're earning a significant amount more per day by staking your hero than you are by actually defeating the dungeons. So to me, defeating the dungeons is a little bit of loot on top. Your chance at the chest drop when you go ahead and you defeat the boss, but staking rewards are going to be where you're going to get most of your loot. So cool. That's all I got for right now. That was a fun run through the Earth Dungeon. I'm going to have to try and see if I can go a perfect 10 for 10 though and actually beat one of these things and see what happens. That will be interesting. Yeah, and he says here, staking was meant to be very beneficial before gameplay came out. Right, exactly. So anybody who's been an early adopter, and I personally have talked about this time and time again. I've written articles on it, that you really want to be an early adopter of this game to get max benefit out of it. I think that's where anybody who's minted these things or even still has an opportunity to get in before the gameplay starts, you can really, really put yourself in a good position here as this game continues to gain adoption and more people find out about it. And that's only going to happen, in a couple weeks' time, and so not too far off once live gameplay goes on and people can come in, earn loot for real, earn chest drops for real. It's a fun game. And God, how many crypto degens are out there that are surfing around, PFP swapping? Well, shoot, during the day, hang out, play some loot heroes, earn yourself some more NFTs. Cool, guys. I'll see you on the next stream. Full Meta, out.